Hurricane Michael devastated the Florida Panhandle when it made landfall as a Category 5 on October 10, 2018. As we inch closer to the one-year anniversary on Thursday, a team of WUFT reporters went to the Panhandle and returned with stories of perseverance and generosity. During the day, there's plenty of light outside and plenty of people walking down the street to help you if you have an emergency. But after the sun goes down, these blue lights could be the only way to safety. Right now, we do not know where those students are being held. However, we're told they were arrested. Parents were first alerted to the threat through a phone call this afternoon. Over the phone, a spokesperson for the district was upset, saying these threats are being taken seriously. Storms ripped through north central Florida on Friday, downing trees and leaving some without power for hours. Few were hit harder than Alina Mitchell, whose Alachua home was completely destroyed when the strong winds uprooted a tree next door.
This tree came down into my room, and all that fell on me was just a little, some sheetrock pieces. Nothing hurt me. I couldn't believe I was alive.
Mitchell was taking a nap when winds started to pick up. Before she knew it, a large oak tree was in her bed next to her. The single mother has lived in the house for 25 years, raising 3 children on her own. Her daughter, Sita, says her main concern in this trying time is her mother's health.
She has a really rare form of endometrial cancer.
Sita remembers growing up in that house and says the goodbye has been hard for her.
As I was cleaning things up and moving debris, all these memories were coming back.
Mitchell says the community in Alachua has been a tremendous help. Strangers and friends alike have made time to help the Mitchell family get back on their feet. But they're still unsure about the future.
I don't know where I'm going to live. I don't know where I'm going to live. I would like to find somewhere to live as soon as possible, of course.
For now, they're boxing up their old memories and saving as many as they can. Hundreds of students and parents take to the streets in protest of what they call a violation of their right to safety on campus.
Go out and push a button, and that would have been reported to the police. This is absolutely unacceptable.
John Stanton's son was a student at the university in the 90s when the Gainesville Ripper was wreaking havoc around the city. Shortly after, the installation of the emergency system began. During the day, there's plenty of light outside and plenty of people walking down the street to help you if you have an emergency. But after the sun goes down, these blue lights could be the only way to safety. Take a look at this map of campus. The telephone icons indicate where the blue lights are available. Notice anything strange? Take a closer look here. That's Fraternity Row, an area where there are 14 frat houses. Protesters are begging the question, why aren't there any in this area where a third of sexual assaults on campus take place? Student body president Michael Murphy said in a recent statement that installing blue lights on campus would be a tremendous waste of student fees. He argues that cell phones have eliminated the need for the emergency system. He did not respond to our request for an interview. But some students and university police disagree with his opinion on this safety debate.
I mean, I've been walking home from a party before and my phone has been dead.
The cell phone may have a dead battery. It may be stolen. It may be lost. It may not be accessible, whereas these phones obviously provide for an instant connection to our department.
As temperatures continue to drop in Gainesville this week, homeless shelters can open their doors to more people in need.
If the temperature drops below 45 degrees, the city opens up all the shelters to whoever is unsheltered and needs a place to stay, regardless if they have a bed on this campus or any other shelter in town.
Grace Marketplace opens up extra buildings to ensure that anyone who needs shelter from the cold can get it. Grace clients Keith and Ramona have been staying at the nearby campground for about a year. Like others who live here, they understand that staying warm during the winter months can be a challenge. Not only do they have to keep themselves warm,
you boys be good.
They're also responsible for 4 dogs and 10 puppies who are only about 2 weeks old. Ramona says taking in stray and abandoned dogs is a priority for them because the dogs can't protect themselves.
We do whatever we can for heat. We make sure these babies have heat.
To keep the puppies warm, they have a small heater powered by propane, and to keep themselves warm, they tend to fire and dress in layers.